Come on in, won't you come on in? Come take a ride through the country, sit back and just chill. Won't you come on in? We're gonna show you how we do down here. Come on in, hop on in, let me take you for a little ride. Down the back roads and over through the countryside. Big old trucks with big old tires, watching the sun rise in a big old sky. Cornfields and country farms, loving hearts and open arms. We believe what the Bible says, and anything worth doing is worth doing your best. If you wanna hustle for it, ain't nothing for free. By the time the rooster crows, better be on your feet. If you don't work, then you don't eat. That's the way we was raised, that's the way it's gonna be. Everybody knows everybody. There don't nothing go down in this town that we don't know about it. Faith and family, we standing strong. We gon' sing about Jesus till he calls us home. Won't you come on in? Come take a ride through the country, sit back and just chill.
Welcome everybody, MaxspeedTV. Bobby here, setting here. All your hobbies. That's right, I got a boatload of them, but my hobby tonight is right here. Noma Super Speedway Series. This is it. All these cats. 12 after this. 12 for the championship. So these guys are fighting their tail end off who don't have enough points to get in it. They got to win it to go. They got to win it to continue on for even a little feather of a chance for that championship. One fast repair is all they're going to get tonight, and let me tell you, if they can sell them, they make a fortune. Because you need more than one. You got to stay out of trouble. We'll find out how it works out. Don't forget, green flag pit stops. Oh yeah, that's going to be fun to watch. It's either a hit or a miss. You just don't know. Bumping, grinding, and I'm talking about racing. You're going to see it all. Drafting, side drafting, pushing, beating and banging, baby. That's what we're having tonight. So you guys stick around. We'll be right back right after the anthem.
Can you
Welcome back, everybody. MaxspeedTV here. Bobby with all the hobbies. Tonight, Noma Super Speedway. They're only taking 12 the further on to the championship, like I said earlier. So these cats got a lot on the line. Some are going to have, well, let's just say some are going to have some sweaty palms tonight. Sweat rolling down their face. They got to be at the right place at the right time and not at the wrong place at the right time. One fast repair is all they're going to get. And trust me, that may not be enough. Everybody's going to be on their toes. They're going to be right up on the wheel tonight for the simple fact that they got to try to help their buddies if they can to try to get into this top 12 for the championship. A lot of teams out here working together. The fat and nerdy boys, I've seen them, and that nails it on the head. But those guys, they've been on a tear lately. They've been winning some races, quite a few of them here. So we're going to find out. They need to help some of their buddies try to get into this thing. You got a lot of different teams working to help each other out here. Chrome Home Motorsports. Got some guys in there got to work together. You need three things. You're going to need patience. You're going to need some teamwork. And you're going to need great pit stops. No mistakes. We're going to find out. To the grid, starting off. Here we got number 1, the 29. He's going to be your leader right here. He's going to lead these boys to the green flag. None other than Chris, I love the Push Acres. And right beside him is going to be the 99 of Mr. Duvendak, the league owner. Row 2, the 30, Carl Engel, the 31, Joey Hickox. Row 3, the 18, Mark Vega. The 00, Matthew. We're just calling him Matthew. Row 4, the 11, Anderson, and the 4 of Zach Roethlisberger. Row 5, 23, Brad Sexton, the 17, BK Anderson. Row 6 to 14, Vicente Guerrero, 906 of Robert Thorans. Row 7, the 08, Tommy Cook, and the 48, Andrew Schroeder. Row 8, number 2, little bitty Tater Tot Toller, and the 37, Joseph Fogg. And row 9, last but not least, Hunter Leach. That's going to be it. All gonna boil down to this right here tonight. A lot is gonna be on the line if they want to make the show. They want a chance for bragging rights. We're gonna find out. Welcome everybody out in YouTube. You got a driver you want me to say hello or good luck to? You just tell me and I will say it. I don't care. I don't live by any of them. Chris Akers on the bottom, Duvendak up top in the 99. We're going to get ready to fire it off right here. Noma Super Speedway Series, MaxspeedTV. Right now, baby, in your face. Coming across the line, who we gonna have is gonna lead this bad boy, huh? Duvendak right there, and he's got the 31 of Joey Hickox in a different paint scheme tonight, doing some pushing for him. Duvendak in the 99 on the outside, but take a look at Carl Wingle on the inside. Doing his job. You've got your leaders, and you've got your pushers. And he's doing exactly what he is supposed to do. Him and Carl are Joey Hickox both. Riding on top with Joey Hickox. Take a look at this now. He's trying to get it all set up so when he comes out of that turn, he is going to be able to be drilling on that back bumper of that 99 machine to try to get him up there so he can clear the 29 of acres and drop him into that rocking chair, I call it. Where you are supposed to be as safe as in your mama's arms, and not yet. He's unable to clear him right there, but he certainly thought about it. Thinking about a little 3-wide action right here. Hear that? Or he's just trying to cool that motor. And that'd be Carl Lingle. If you'll watch it, he'll sneak out there and get a little air into that radiator to cool that thing down if he can. Chris Akers on the bottom. We talked to him earlier in the past. He says he loves to push. He likes to push more people to a victory than anything. Well, right now he's being pushed. When I back a little further, the 17. He's running a new paint scheme on me. He's trying to mess me up here, I think. I'm talking about BK Anderson right there. The Cheerios ride. And of course, you've got the 2 of Itty Bitty Taylor Tater Tot Toller. And I'm not making it up. Say that fast 3 times. Andrew Schroeder back here in a 48 machine. One of the veterans. He's just hanging out here letting these laps wind down. He got 100 laps to go through with 1 fast repair. We got ourselves a blinker we're going to keep an eye on. I'm sure the admin will. Hunter's doing a little bit of blinking. He better bend over and feed that squirrel. Keep that internet running. All the way back in the back, representing MaxspeedTV tonight, is going to be the 14 of Vicente Guerrero. Another guy sitting back here watching these laps wind down. You want to know why is the guy all the way back in the back hanging out? Well, this is why. Because he's able to see it. Just about every car that's in front of him up there. He's not lost the draft in any way. But he is back here watching what's going on. So if anything happens, he can hopefully avoid it and save that fast repair towards the end. Because let's face it, it gets really nasty with about 10 to go. He's not losing the draft. He's hanging right there. And that's exactly what you want to do. You want to stay out of trouble. And he feels safe back there. Up front, Duvendak. He's led 4 laps so far. Top line has really got it moving pretty good. I'm really shocked. But he don't have it moving enough to drop him down to the bottom. Hickox is your pusher. Riding around with Joey in the 31. Joey has been so close so many times. Kind of like, well, let's see. Like a bridesmaid, never a bride, maybe? You know, something like that. He's been so close. Maybe the monkey's off his back tonight. We'll see. Akers still holding it right down on that bottom. Now, I will tell you, as we're watching them right here, those cars get down below that yellow line. They try to hop back up there. It could throw these things sideways. And it gets a little nasty. You can beat the tar out of these cars, literally. They really handle very, very well. Track temperature's down. So these guys are going to be making moves. Well, let's put it this way. They're going to stick it in places it really don't belong or it won't fit. And they're going to make it fit. They've got the traction to do it, and they got the speed. And a lot's on the line for some of these guys to try to make this chase. Mark Vega in the 18 machine, hanging out in that 6th spot. Nice to see his wife let him race again tonight. As he is supporting, well, he has to race tonight because his wife is the one that's sponsoring his car. And you can see it right there. The Checkered Flag Motorsports fellers. You can watch that 30 sneak right out there a little bit. He's just trying to get some more of that fresh air into that radiator so he does not overheat. You can overheat them, and they can go boom. Nice to see you out there, Dean Wilkinson. Now, what do you think about this? One of the MaxspeedTV drivers, Cody Nagels. You're going to get a kick out of this as we watch the 29 of Acres cross that line on the bottom. Normally drives the number 6 machine for the MaxspeedTV guys here, but he's on a date tonight. So he's not racing, but he's actually making his date watch us on TV here. So that's Cody Nagel's date night preview, is making her watch a racing event. Explains why the boy's on a date night, not engaged or married, huh? Anyway, Duvendak, top. Still got a good thing going up there on that top line, but not enough to clear that 29. And that all has to do to the thanks of the 30 machine of Carl Lingle. He's not going to allow anybody up on that top drop down in front of that 29. "12 laps complete, caution free." Anybody looking for a super speedway lead to get into, you need to check these guys out, the Noma Super Speedway Series. It's a fixed setup, good bunch of guys. This is the first season of the league. Doing pretty well, might I add. I don't know, Duvendak could clear. He's up against the wall. Something happened to Duvendak. I don't know what. I don't know if he just... I'm not sure what's going on with him. I think he just wanted to make a move to the back. And he made a move to the back all right. And he took a... I think he took the paint off the right side of that car. Now, there's just some damage if you look at it. Can't see it from that, but you can definitely see it from here. He wanted to bail out and hang out back here in the back a little bit. He might have come back here right around with Vicente. But he about tore the car all to pieces and just about caused a couple guys' shorts to turn brown. And let's not forget, we'll be giving out the trophy. That's the Dude Wipes Award for the wreck of the night. Now, Matthew, I want to say it's car coffee, but I'm not sure. Couldn't tell you. Don't know. By the way, any Christmas ideas for me? Hooked on phonics, apparently. But Matthew in the 00 is going to be up there, and he's got the 17 of BK Anderson doing some shoving now. But the 31, Hickox, is out into the lead. You're going to lead it for a little while. Akers is going to stay right there. Now, don't be a bit surprised if Akers don't take him in a 31 of Hickox and actually put a little bit of real estate between them and the rest of the field. Because I'm telling you, man, he can push. Let's ride around with Mr. Akers. You can see Hickox, he might go down or up or down, not hold that perfectly straight line, and Chris will time that out so he don't hit him in the wrong place. You want to make sure you're perfectly square to that bumper when you push. If you push him somewhere over here or somewhere over here and you're not square, well, you're going to send him flying. Two-car team up top still trying something. Get anywhere if they can. They're holding their own. It's only a two-car tag team right now. Yeah, Nancy, you're right. We're just going to have to tell Cody right now, if she's not a fan of racing or bowling or softball like he is, you might as well just tell her, thanks for coming, and show her to the door. Unless she's extremely cute, then I would sell my iRacing rig, hang my softball glove up, and throw my bowling ball out the window. By the way, in case she is listening, I have proof he actually makes his bed up before broadcast when I put him on camera, so he can make the bed. That's a good thing. Chris Akers still doing the pushing down here on the bottom. And I'm going to tell you right now, the tag team of up top, the 00 Matthew and BK, they got some guys popping in early now to the pits. Now this is fun right here. There we go. Yeah. Tater Tot Toller, the 906, Joey Hickox, they're all involved in that one trying to get into the pits. You can practice your pit stops, but you can't practice a green flag with a bunch of guys. And that usually bites people in the butt. And apparently, it bit Mr. Hickox right here. Now, he's got some damage. I'm not quite sure. Let's take a look. Let's see if he has to use a fast repair. I don't think he does, but he decides to use it. That means he's got close to 80 laps he's got to go, and he's got to keep his nose clean. He's on borrowed time. That's a bit of a scary thing. Here comes the rest of these guys into the back. Pretty clean so far, no issues there. They're going to come in and get fuel. Some will probably get tires. BK, in and out. Matthew, in and out. Mr. Chris Akers. He's probably going to bump right up here to the lead here in just a second. Depends on where he ends up with these guys right here. He should be coming into the picture at some point. But BK is being shown your leader. Matthew second, and here comes Chris Akers. Now, Chris is out here all by himself, lonesome. And that means these cats right here, if they stay single file and work with each other, they'll be able to run these guys down with ease. And then they'll bunch all back up again. Tater Tot Toller back here running with all his friends. Let me see if I can get an interview with him and see what happened there on pit road. He says you can interview me during the race if you want, so I'm going to. All right, Tater Tot Toller, Bobby in the booth. What happened on pit road?
Joey Hickox locked it up and couldn't get into pit road. I mean, you'd think guys would be able to learn how to pit by now, but I mean, it's just one of them things, man.
Hard to practice a green flag pit stop, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. and I don't really know what we're gonna do here. But
You got-
I know. Go ahead.
You got a little bit of damage up front. Nothing too awful bad. I don't think it's going to hurt you as far as aerodynamic-wise. So you're saving that fast repair, obviously.
Yeah. When we went to the pits, I told Robert, I was like, man, I said it ain't but 30 seconds of damage. We might as well just go ahead and hang on. We got the stage coming up here in a second anyway. So I told him, I was like, you know what, man, we'll just hold on to it, and we'll do like we did last week, and we'll take what little bit of damage we got, and we'll just keep on rolling with it. So who knows where we'll end up tonight? Hopefully we can keep on rolling with it. But like I said, it never ceases to amaze me how long we've been doing this, and guys just cannot learn how to pit. I mean, it's just mind-boggling to me at this point, man.
Well, the nerves are kind of high. The stress is up there. Some of these guys, they got to win it to get in it. So
yeah, I get it.
But anyway, good luck. We'll be watching you.
Yeah, man, no problem at all.
And as we can see, you're pushing Hickox around right now, trying to catch up to the pack. So good luck, and keep this thing clean so you don't have to waste your fast repair.
Yeah, we're going to try to. I appreciate it, Bobby.
All right, good luck. See ya.
All right, see ya.
You get out there and you run around this track a lot of laps. And these guys race with each other all the time. Many nights. I broadcast several nights. Actually, too many. But like I said earlier, you can't practice a green flag pit stop. You can't do it. And usually the green flag pit stops, it's either going to be a hit or a miss. I mean, it happens. But you can see all four of these cats lining up right here together to make a little bit of time, because all these guys up here, these three have lined up, and now they got a little bit of leeway. Now your fourth is way back here, these cats. 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th, and 8th. And if you look right off the nose at them, you can see your leaders going into the turn right there. Turn 3. So they're right around almost 3.5, 4 seconds back. 3 seconds. So they got a little catching up to do. Now with these guys racing each other like they are, but I'm sure they're just going for this stage. But by the way they're racing right now, they're probably going to realize they're not going to be able to run these top 3 guys down. But boy, I got to tell you, man, Hunter is really blinking big time. He just blinked out again. But we'll keep an eye on that situation. But right now, up front, BK Anderson's got a smile out here, cheering him on out in YouTube. Now they're looking to see what's going to happen for the stage right here, I think. And wow, Akers, nice push job on the 00 machine. And quite frankly, I'm not really sure what these stages are in this race, to be honest with you. Some of them have stages, which I particularly don't care for. And some don't have stages. You just race. But these guys racing out here like they are is going to give an opportunity for Mr. Vega and the rest of these guys, hopefully, to catch up with them before it's too late. Tommy Cook, the 08. He's the only one that's a lap down. So he will get his lap back on the old lucky dog. When the cautions fly. And here we go. And I do believe that stage winner, I think, will be Mr. Chris Akers. You get points for leading these things. Stages are very important. I've seen people go all the way into a championship round and never win a single race. Why? Why do they make it that far without winning? It's simple. It's called points. They keep their nose clean. They place fairly decent in the races. They win some stages. And I do believe, I was just being told, that Mr. Joey Hickox is in the top 12 already. So he'll be out here for bragging rights to win this race, but he has made the chase. All of these guys will be coming in. Now, with that caution, they only got 8 and 9 laps on their fuel run and their tires. But more than likely, every single one of them will be in. You can see them right now. We'll watch them as they head in. Akers will lead the way. And then we'll see who comes out of the pit stop, who has the best pit stop. It's really not that big of a deal in super speedway racing when they're all packed up like that. You don't have to come out number one. But Akers will. BK Anderson is going to be right there with them, it looks like. There they are, 1 and 2. Coming out in third, well, we'll just go ahead and go through them. Akers is going to lead them out. BK Anderson right there in second. Carl Engel in third. Matthew will be fourth. Mark Vega there will be fifth. Brad Sexton is sixth. Anders Sixon, I believe, he's seventh. Vicente Guerrero, he is eighth. Hunter Leach, ninth. Robert Thorens will be 10th. Joey Hickox is going to be 11th. Joseph Fogg, 12th. 13, Andrew Schroeder. Tater Tot Toller will be 14th. Mr. Duvenbach back here in the 15th. And Tommy Cook in the pits, but he got his lap back. He'll be 16th. Now, I am going to have to pick on somebody because, well, I like to. So I'm going to pick on the owner of the team. Probably get me fired, but hey, it's fun, right? How about you, Mr. Duvenbach? Bobby the Booth, you got a copy.
What's up, Bobby?
I'm going to assume that you weren't happy with the right side of your car earlier.
No, it looked too good. I wanted to make it look a little used up.
Yeah, I'm assuming you were just wanting to back out of that and head back to the back and run around for a little while.
No. You see...
Oh, let me guess.
My dad bod's gotten a little big in the recent years. So I've been going to the gym lately. And I got into sim late because I'm freaking tired. And I just kind of had a brain fart. Wasn't really paying attention. Just kind of got lazy there and didn't turn in the way I normally do. And just kind of got sucked right into that wall. So.
Well, I got to be honest with you. The right side of your car, it's got some waves in it. But not too bad. I mean, nothing that's going to hurt you by no means. But I guess we'll just call those love handles. That's what my wife calls them. So.
Yeah, I'm trying to get rid of those little love handles. So.
I know exactly what you mean.
I'll give them to my car.
There you go. Hey, you got a pretty fast hot rod. You've been out there. You led 5 laps. You got to hang out in the back for a while and let some laps wind down and work your way back up.
You know what? Last race before the playoffs, I got 2 wins. I'm already secure. I'm going for it.
Yeah, I kind of figured you would.
Yeah, we're going to have some fun.
Well, let's go have a little fun. Who knows? You might be able to help somebody and push their way into the victory and get into the chase.
Hey, and worst comes to worst, I get to go to bed early because I'm freaking exhausted, so.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, good luck. I'm going to put you back. Where did I take you from?
I appreciate it. Down with Chris Akers.
Oh, that's right. That's the Chromehorn boys.
Yeah.
You know, you're all over the place, aren't you?
I am. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to go there.
I know. Good luck. We'll see ya.
All right, see ya.
I love having fun with him. That's your league owner. Back to green flag racing, and away we go. Akers leading the way. Carl Lingle doing the pushing down on the bottom. Still, the two cats up top. They've been up here before working at it. That's BK Anderson and the 00 Matthew. We get a few more people up there to help out. 18's got to try to work his way up there with them. These guys all line back up, nose to tail. And he might get a chance to drop down in that rocking chair in front of Akers. And he does that right there. BK Anderson makes a move. He's down in the bottom. Got to be leading these cats into turn 3. Appreciate everybody out here watching. Appreciate hitting the like button. Let these guys know that you appreciate them. As Mr. Akers pushes BK Anderson across the line. And that is going to be probably the 6th lap that he's led so far. Vicente Guerrero working his way back up front now. After taking a little hiatus and riding around on the back. Tommy Cook was a lap down. And now he's not. So everybody here is on the lead lap so far. Now, some of the guys that they have to stay out of trouble, or they need to stay out of trouble, I should say, if they want any chance of winning here. The 906, Mr. Robert Thorns, he's used his fast repair already. And Joey Hickox has had to use his, but he's in the chase, so no harm, no foul right there. But everybody else still has theirs, so that's a good thing. BK changing things up with that Cheerios ride. Normally he's got the Burger King emblem all over it for BK Anderson. So you're throwing me a loop tonight, Mom. Probably threw one for you too, didn't he? Andrew Schroeder in a 48. There he is, the Jets machine. Working his way up. .34 out of 100 laps in the books. Like I said, you want to look at them. Joining a Super Speedway League. Hit these guys up. Noma Super Speedway Series. Oh, short pitting they call it. Here he comes. If I can get him. There he is. A lot of these cats are going to follow him in. Chris Akers will lead him down, doing a little short pitting. So Michelle knew what he was going to run. She picked his paint scheme for BK. All right, a little inside information there. Now, some of these guys went and short pitted. Is it going to help them out, do them any good? We'll find out here later on during the race. Vicente Guerrero, the MaxspeedTV ride. Now, I told him, you see that? I told him you could dent any part of the car you want, just do not dent my face. They're on both sides. I got enough wrinkles. I don't need him to help me. Matthew drops it down into the rocking chair right in front of the 17 of Mr. Anderson. Whoa, we got trouble right there. I'm not for sure, but I am thinking that should bring out the caution. I think. Might be wrong. I don't know. Everybody's back on the track, it looks like. If that did not bring out a caution, they're going to be scattered all over this place. And I don't think it's going to bring it out. Well, but ain't got to bring it out. We're going to take a little look. Let's run it back real quick. Riding on the top of Mr. Thorens, the 906. The 30 comes up, it looks like, and kind of gets into the 18 of Vega. And when that happens, well, it's just ugly from there. You've seen how it went. But I cannot believe they didn't throw the caution. Apparently there was nothing on the track, so they kept her green. And that's going to make these three guys really happy. Because these three cats have a heck of a nice lead with the rest of these guys out here. And some of them's got some damage. And a lot of it. There's the front end of Vicente's. Tore all two pieces. But he's still running. You can see that 30 machine up here. Carl Lingle, he's got some damage. Even if Vicente could push him, which I don't think he can get up there close enough to push him with all that damage that he has. But if he could, he'd have to be real careful on the push. Because all of this right here is dented in. All of that is. That means he's going to probably hit him right here where it's clean. And when he does, he's going to send him flying this way. So he's got to be real careful if he's going to ever push this guy. But I don't think he can get close enough to him to do it anyway. But up front, these three cats are just happy as a kid in a candy store. Looks like they're going to put Mr. Mark Vega down a lap. Matthews led 8 laps. BK's led 10. Robert Thorens has not led anything yet. But he is up here working with 1 and 2. But these three guys, I'm telling you, the lead they have is big. They got about a 6-second lead over just the 4th and the 5th and 6th place guys. These cats back here, you're looking at about almost 7 seconds back. That's a long way. Mark Vega and Andrew Sixon. Those two cats are both a lap down. These three cats right here stay hooked up. Just like they are. They can really put some real estate between them and the rest of the field. Now that will be great, but when the next stage pops up, they'll get all bunched back together again. A lot of guys use their fast repairs. So now, the 30 of Carl Lingle, he ended up going a lap down, and Joseph Fogg is going to be a lap down as well in the 37 machine. Right in the cockpit, BK Anderson. Staying right on the bumper of that valvoline machine. Now, you guys can't see it. I wish you could, but you can't. But he's got to worry about that gauge and that gauge. It's going to be your water temperature and your oil temperature. Working our way up to halfway here. Now Thoran's in the 906 back here, the third car. He's used the fast repair, so he's kind of on borrowed time, as I would call it. Mr. Hickox, these guys are just making a little bit of headway. Him and Duvendak. Brad Saxton and the 08 machine of Tommy Cook. They're definitely going to be nose to tail to try to catch these guys. Now, Duvendak's leading. We'll look off the end of his nose. And you cannot see those guys nowhere, your leaders. And that's because they just all came into the pits. So they're going to get their pit stop in now and get it over with. Now these cats will be able to catch them for sure. So Duvendak's going to end up going from fourth to probably leading this thing, possibly. It depends on how quick this guy and these two guys can hook back up. Because they came out of the pits, well, kind of separated. And as you can see behind them, here they come. Running on the roof of Duvendak. He's leading this small little train. So Matthew and BK, Robert's still up here a little bit. If he was smart, he would probably ride that brake a little bit, slow down somewhat, and pick up those two. Because eventually they can hook up and they can make better time. But you can see Duvendak and them, they're coming. Chris Akers and the boys are back here in the back. Being led by Mr. Schroeder. Schroeder, Akers, and Toller. And Hunter back here still having to drive and feed the squirrel to keep that internet alive. And I'm sure that's a handful. Looks like the 906 might be catching up with these guys a little bit right here. And of course, Duvendak and the boys are coming as well, so they're all going to be bunched up in just a few minutes. Duvendak and Hickox running together. They've made the chase. Brad Sexton goes way up high, and I think he did that perhaps to give the 08 a bit to get up front. He could push him around a little bit, cool that motor down perhaps. But now they're going to bunch themselves back up right here. BK chooses to stay on that bottom. Hickox, his job's to push. He kind of creeps up the track just a little bit. Gather that thing back up and get right on that bumper of the 99 and push him up some more. Now they're going to drop down and go single file now, all the way. Coming up on the halfway mark. Boy, doesn't time fly. Your race summary, one caution, and that was for a stage. That was it. 14 lead changes. Anderson still leading the way down on the bottom. Ew. The 00 there got real close. Real close. Somebody up there, I saw them kind of almost touched each other. I don't know who it was. I'm not sure. I wasn't paying attention. I was getting a drink. There, I said it. Now, these guys right here, they are getting ready to, let me see. Yeah. They're getting ready to pounce on Mr. Vincente Guerrero. He's keeping it down on the bottom, staying out of the way. So everybody cleared him with no trouble. Hickox is going to be in your lead now. Mr. Tommy Cook, he was a lap down. Now look at him. Now he's battling for the lead. And, whoa, the 23 come down and give 99 a kiss. Brad Saxton, I don't think he realized that Duvendak was there, but they almost got together and went round and round the Rosie. There, our caution is out. That is going to be, I believe, the other stage. And that will be, I think, Mr. Tommy Cook. So they're all got to come in, line themselves back up, and go back out. They'll all be bunched up. Now, the good news is this guy right here will be able to get his lap back. And then everybody will be back on that lead lap, I believe. Looking for the pace truck. Has anybody seen the pace truck? They're all looking for him. Where did he go? Where's he at? Oh, I thought I saw him. There he is. They all caught up with him. Mr. Cook, he was a lap down here just a while ago, and look at him. In the lead. So you want to know what it's like to have a pit stop. Well, Let's see if there's any takers. And here they all come. Riding around with Mr. Akers right here. Now, I think you could roll through, like, I don't know, 3 or 4 of the pit stops. That's how iRacing has it, where you're allowed to do that. Some leagues, they have real strict rules where you can only roll through, like, 1 pit stop or whatever. Mr. Akers comes in. He's gotten some tires. He's got the fuel. He's got to go take 4 tires this time. So by taking 4 tires, that means he's going to drop all the way back here, I think, to the... I believe it's going to be to the 8th position. Robert Thorens is going to be your leader. Here's your top 5 right here. Thorens, Hunter, Joey, Robert, Tommy, Brad Sexton, Andrew, Chris, BK Anderson, Taylor, Tater Tot Toller is your top 10. Let me see who else I can chat with. How about you, Joey, Bobby in the booth? You got a copy?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing good, and as well as you are tonight. Pretty racy tonight.
Yeah, got a pretty good little car under us tonight. So, thanks to Robert and Chris back there, we've been trying to work together with the pit strategy and stuff, and that one worked out pretty well for us.
Yeah, you're already in the chase, so you got nothing to lose. You and Duvendak both, you don't. So you're just gonna get out there and let it all hang out and see what you can do tonight.
Yeah, it's been a while since I got to go to Victory Lane, and that was the only goal for tonight.
Well, I know your mom said, it'd really be nice if you could get there sometime soon.
Right? Yeah, it's been a little while, so I don't know. Maybe tonight's the night.
I'm just joking. She didn't say that. I put words in her mouth. She is gonna whoop me up down one side the other. But anyway, good luck. We're watching you, and well, hopefully you'll be able to pull this thing off. It'll be pretty cool.
All right, thank you, sir.
All right, buddy.
All right.
Getting back to his respectable teammates there. One thing as a broadcaster you don't never want to do is yank somebody up into your booth and talk to them and stick them in the wrong team spot. Man, there'll be a bounty out on you quicker than you can spell bounty. Thorns is going to be at the bottom. Mr. Hickox will be up top. Your pushers is going to be Duvendak and Schroeder in the 48. But out of all of these cats, keep an eye on this guy right here. 29 and Mr. Akers. If he's behind you, you can smile all the way to Victory Lane. Back to Green Flag Racing, Noma Super Speedway, MaxspeedTV, Bobby all the hobbies. Here we go. Duvendak up top, and who does he have behind him pushing? He's got the 29 of Chris Akers. Now, can Chris get him up there far enough to drop him down to that rocking chair? Not this time he can't. And that's because Matthew on the bottom says, not this time. It's not going to happen, Captain. Wow, they got a good run right here. He can drop down now if he wants. He's staying right there with Akers, and it looks like all these guys are going to stay. Now, see if all 3 of these guys drop down. Are they waiting to bring Hickox with them? It's a good possibility. If so, all three of these guys are trying to get down there in front of Thorens. You can see these two up here in front of Hickox. They can drop down if they want. They've got the... Obviously, they're not going to. They're going to try to bring Joey with them if they can, I believe. But it ain't going to happen this time, but Duvendek's going to lead them. Well, we haven't heard anything from Mr. Nagels in quite a while out there in YouTube land, so she either knocked him upside the head for making her watch iRacing on YouTube, or he got smart and turned it off. Still staying up on that high line. They've not dropped down at all. I got a feeling that they're just waiting to try to get that 31 to go with them there. But Duvendek showing muscle up top. Mr. Akers right there doing all the pushing. And on the bottom, the 00, it's giving them the hard time is Matthew. Now the bottom line's caught back up. You watch these cars move in and out all the time. They're trying to get some air into that radiator, cool her down just a tad. We got... I was going to say, it looked like we got to have a little trouble there, but I guess not. We lucked out. Tommy Cook dropped all the way back here to the 8th spot. And he may be losing that draft. You can see him up there. He's not careful. He might be losing that draft, and if he does, that's one thing he doesn't want to do. Mark Vega needs to catch up with him and hook up, push. You can see them bobbing and weaving. You'd think they were boxers. This is the bumpy old Daytona. And I mean, it's bumpy too. That's why they're doing all the bobbing and weaving. It's not smooth at all. And it's a handful. But I'm telling you, pretty good racing going on. Caution free, except for the 2 stages. Now that bottom line's got a little bit of muscle going. Everybody on the lead lap, nobody down. And these guys right here, they getting ready to pounce on Vicente, I believe. And it is. He's got to keep it right up against the wall to keep it out of trouble. And we'll watch and make sure. And he does just that, no problems. So he'll be a lap down again. Now, when I do this, I usually jinx us. but I think I'm going to do it anyway. A little something that I like to call, and I enjoy. That's right, if you haven't guessed it or figured it out. It's time to crank this mother up. What do you think? Side by side, you can throw a blanket over the first probably 12 or 13 cars right here. Thorin's on the bottom. Duvendak up top. Man, that bottom line, I'm telling you. Gets a little nervous. They really bobbing and weaving out here. Being bounced around by that track. Makes it tough, I know. Maybe more than halfway there. 66 out of 100 in the books. Some of these guys, they got to win it to move on to the championship. Top 12. Now I'm going to show you what it's like to run. Run behind somebody who blinks with an internet issues. We'll see if it happens. I can't remember if it's the 23 that was doing it still or not. It might be the 7 up there, I think. So let's ride with Brad. One of these guys right here keeps a blinking. There it is. See, you don't know when he's got to pop back on the track. Depends on how long he's out. And buddy, that on a pucker factor, a butt pucker factor, I'm going to call that about a 4 or 5. Because I'm telling you, if he stays out long enough, iRacing pops him back in, he'll pop him back in right on top of you. Then you're going to wreck. So we really had no pucker factors. And we haven't had any cautions yet. We had the only incident was really on pit road. The other incident out here didn't cause a caution, but this one, whoa, looks like it's going to. The 11's going to get turned this time. And that's going to bring out a caution. Our first one. And he almost pops it over. See if we can see what happened. Writing right there on the top, you've got the 11 of Anders Sixton right here. I don't know if it happened in front of him or what. Everything looks good so far. I guess I could speed it up a little bit, couldn't I? Waiting for it. My gosh, there it is. He decides to go up and kiss the wall. For reasons I have no idea. But anyway, that was a no-no because he's going to come down and he is going to catch the 37 in the corner. And Schroeder can't do anything but run him over. And that's going to bring out your caution. Now, let's watch this. Riding with Tater Tot Toller. Watch how he gets through this thing. Eleven goes up, hits the wall, and he comes down. Now watch Tater Tot. The seas pardoned for him, and away he goes, and he cleared everything. So he's got to be a happy camper about that one. And you're right, Mad Dog, I probably jinxed it. But in my defense, I was already done with the crank it up. Akers bringing them all back in. Now, here's the tricky thing. I do believe they're going to have to get a splash and go here. I don't think they can make it all the way. So some may try to save the fuel and some won't. I don't know. Let's take a look here and see if he, yeah, hang on. Let's take a look and see if he tries to save any fuel by shutting that motor off. He pushes the clutch in. And you're absolutely right there. Tater needs a dude wipe. After that one, I have to agree with you all the way. Now that took Schroeder out because he had a fast repair. He used it already, so he is gone. He's done for the night. Watch Tater Tot here. He's saving fuel. Now he's back here in the back. So anybody that's back here in the back a ways, they're going to come in and get that teaspoon of fuel. And why not? I would do the exact same thing. You'll get a splash, and you'll be gone. Mad Dog, once you get moved in, man, you got to get that rig all back up and going. Get your butt out here. Lights out on the pace truck. 71 laps out of 100 in the books. Akers and Duvendak. It's your front row. We'll go through them. Akers, Duvendak, third. Lingo Hickox, fourth. Mr. Thorans, fifth. B.K. Anderson will be sixth. Seventh. Matthew Brad Saxton, eight. Ander's going to be, I'm sorry, Hunter Leach will be ninth. Hunter, good Lord Almighty. Anders Sexton will be ninth, and Hunter Leach will be 10th. Hang on a second while I untie my tongue. Well, we're hoping this might be the last of any kind of cautions, but who knows? Pace truck gets out of the way. Here we go, back to green flagging again. Noma Super Speedway Series. Akers goes up. There's a high line in front of Duvendak. Hickox is going to be on the bottom, and he's got BK Anderson right there. Now, BK has been battling up here all evening long. He's been in the top 4, top 5 just about all evening. Not to mention, you know, the rest of these guys, pretty much the same thing. All those guys has had a win on MaxspeedTV that I'm aware of, except for the 17 of BK Anderson. I do not remember him winning with me broadcasting. He may have, but I'm old and feeble, don't know what I did this morning, so. Talking about being bumped around, as you can see way back here, Hunter, he's staying out of the way, I believe, because he's really been blinking bad. And as you can see, he's got continued internet issues. Riding around down here on the bottom. Watch these cars, how they jolt around each other. Matter of fact, I'll show you it up here. Get you back a little ways. You can see them bouncing around like that. That's why they're kind of all over the place. They're trying to hang on to it. Kohler's sitting back here in the 8th spot. But there's so many bumps in these turns. See how it gets them squirrely? As you can see, the 11 has got his hands full once again. And he's used the fast repair. He can't afford to get in any more trouble. But yeah, this track, it being so rough, man, it just absolutely beats you to death. Sometimes you got to chase the car wherever it bounces to. And hopefully it's not into somebody else. Hickox on the bottom, and it looks like he may end up losing the lead on that bottom line if they decide to drop down. But so far, the boys up top are staying up there. And that will give an opportunity for BK to do some more pushing to get that 31 machine up there so they can't drop down in front of them. Another view of how these cars bounce around so much on this older track. I don't know. I think they might want to give that number 11 there a breathalyzer test. Because he's having a rough of a time tonight keeping that thing on the track. You can see all that bumping going on. It's tough. Ooh, Brad had to get out of it right there, or they ran him over. As they start to check up on the bottom, but you can see the 11 almost gets sideways there. One of these times, he's going to go down to that bottom, that yellow line, and come back up, and he's going to lose it. Just like the 00 did right there. He lost it. And he's going to go for a ride in the grass. Try to hang on to it, not hit anything. And he realizes that caution's not going to come out, so he's going to get back on the track and get moving. Akers and Duvendak on the bottom. Now BK is going to work his way up on that top line with the 30 Carl Lingle there to help push. And here comes Tater Tot Toller and the number 2. Now, the guy wishing that a caution would come out will be Mr. Mark Vega up here in the 18 because he would get his lap back. So he's trying to do it the hard way. He's trying to white-knuckle ride it around here and race his way back if he can. Vicente Guerrero, he's in 12th and he's by himself. A lonely, lonely feeling here with 20 laps to go. Akers and Duvendak on the bottom. The 31 of Hicks behind him. Up top, trying to make something happen. Carl Lingo pushing BK into 17. You can see these guys are kind of sliding all around a little bit. Making some moves, trying to get things organized. Akers is still on the bottom. And I think he's going to stay right there with Duvendak in tow. The 11 looked like he almost bounced off the wall there. Yeah, he got a little damage on it. BK Anderson up there. And the only help he's got is the 30 of Carl Lingle. Everybody else is down on the bottom. And they are giving it all they can to try to stay up with this train on the bottom line here. The question is, are they going to have to do a splash and go or not? Or will a caution come out, or will they be able to make it all the way? Now they're starting to form up a little bit better on that top, but they need a little bit more help. BK definitely can't drop in nowhere on the bottom because it's all tied up. Running back here with Tater Tot in the 7th position. And he's got to have his hands full because of that damage right there that you see. That 37, how it's all pushed in. You got to be careful if you're going to hit him. $17 to go. 16 at the line here. Looks like BK got that one. BK's probably telling Carl, son, don't let up. Put your foot through the floorboard. But these two guys are doing a good job for just a tandem little battle here, right here, with these guys helping out. I mean, everybody in the bottom. That's a freight train compared to these guys. BK finally clears Akers and drops down in front of him. And unfortunately, he's going to leave his little pusher there. Carl going to leave him back in the dust unless he can find a hole and stick it in it. And here we go. What's this going to look like? Well, cone goes flying, but no car does, so that's all right, I guess. These guys are going to come in, do a quick fuel, and run. And here comes everyone else. Now, you got two guys, Anderson and Lingle. And I do believe Mark Vega right behind him, but he's a lap down. These guys, they're going to end up having to make a pit stop eventually sometime. And here they come. So they're going to give up the lead. And that lead will end up going to these guys. You are watching the Noma Super Speedway Series, MaxspeedTV. Bobby with all the hobbies coming at you here on a Monday night. We're going to have a little fun right here. Hickox takes it all the way up high, but he's by himself, but he's got a little bit of momentum there. I don't think he's going to be able to clear Duvendak unless Duvendak lets him in, and I do believe he did. So the 00 had a problem. His screen went complete blank. A blacked out screen for 10 seconds. That's definitely probably a 10 on the old pucker scale. Now BK's leading it. But that's about to go to the wayside. Because these guys are coming. So he's going to have to probably drop in behind all these guys right here. As you can see, he keeps going further back, but he'll be able to drop in behind them at least. And then at some point, they can make a move. There he goes. He drops right in. Hickox is your leader with Duvendak in second. Matthew said, definitely, Bobby, a 10 on the old pucker scale. Now, Saxton, if we can watch him right here, now that's a little nerve-wracking. He's going to probably try to go up high if he can at some point. He does not want to be able to push or have to push with that damage right there on that car. So he's got a little bit of help. And these guys are getting ready to pounce on Guerrero, who will end up going a lap down. So Vicente's not having the night he hoped for. Joseph Fogg, he needs to win it to get in it. And that 37 machine. And he's got him some help because he's got some teammates right there with him. Tater Tot Toller up on that high side, trying to get a little momentum going here, a little bit of help. There's his teammate. The 37 is going to pop out with him. Now the 906, him and Akers back here, well, they in trouble unless we get a caution, because they ain't no way they're going to be able to catch up with those boys. As a matter of fact, they might be coming a lap down here. Oh, into the wall. Man, they are just wrecking each other left and right here with 10 to go. I don't know where to begin with that one. Hickox drives off into the sunset. I don't know if I can de-siphon. First of all, you've seen the 37 hit the wall, which is Mr. Fogg. But something happened right back here. You see him into the wall. Tater Tot tries to avoid him. And he comes down and he squeezes the 08. The 37 goes back up against the wall there. But right in here, Duvendak gets hit in the corner by the 30, I believe. Mr. Lingle. Let's go back and watch that. Now, even though you've got the damage that you see on Duvendak, all right, that's still okay and that's okay. But it doesn't matter because he catches him in the corner and he sends him to the wall. Nothing like wrecking the league leader, huh? But anyway, that's how all that mess went down. Mr. Hickox, Brad Sexton is going to be second. Tater Tot Toller is third. And Sexton tried to do a cool fake-out move, but I don't think anybody bought it. So fourth on back comes into the pits, and why not? Mr. Vega is a happy camper. You just see him drive by right there. He's going to get his lap back. So it's Hickox, Sexton, Toller, Thorns, Fogg. Now here's the cool thing. Tater Tot, Thorns, and Fogg, they're all teammates. So you got that going for you up there. Andrew Sixon coming back out of his breathalyzer test. He must have passed it because he's back out on the track. He'll be 6th, Duvendak 7th, BK Anderson 8th, Carl Lingle 9th, 10 is Chris Akers. Now you want a spoiler alert? I'm going to give you one right here. I've got a prediction before this thing is over. He's starting off in 10th. I think before this is over, you're going to see him in the top 3 easily. If not battling for that lead. But you need the help from Tater Tot, Toller, Thorns, and Fog. Those guys are all teammates. They got to stick together right here. So we'll find out. Now, the ones that have not had to use a fast repair, that 23 right there, Mr. Saxton, he's not had to use one. BK Anderson has not used one. Chris Akers has not used one. And neither has Tommy Cook. And everybody else, they're running on borrowed time or their laps down. You can see Tommy Cook back here trying to catch up with these boys. Here he comes. We're going to bunch them all up, line it up, and get ready to go again here. Could this be the last caution? Yeah, I don't know. But we certainly got to find out. And then we're going to go to the smaller TikTok name tag down here so you don't miss anything. Here's where it's important. You don't want to miss a gear or spin a tire. Toller right out here pushing Hickox. His teammate right behind him. Toller goes up. Hickox is now down on the bottom. Duvendak sitting right there. Well, we got trouble right there. Not sure what happened, but it's going to take out the first 4 cars, I'll tell you that much. And that's going to leave a mark. Let's kind of go back and see if we can see what happened from the chopper view, maybe. We're going to slow it down and watch it. Ooh, that might be it. Well, the first one could have been a net code. I don't know about the second one. Let's get a little closer view on this right here, huh? Well, I back it up a little bit, Bobby. Those bumps, I'm telling you, they're tough, especially when you're coming out of them turns. Now take a watch. Watch Hickox in the 31. He's headed up, and that first one's netcode, but the second one, I think netcode, my opinion anyway, he was moving up the track a little bit, but netcode right there caught him, and I think he just continued on with that wreck. I think once they watch this, they're going to realize that was a netcode situation. And netcode is simple. That is basically where iRacing says, oh, these two guys are going to hit and wreck. So if they do, let's just go ahead and assume they're going to wreck and make it happen. So I'm thinking netcode played a big part of that bad boy. Now, 4 to go. Mr. Anderson's leading the show. And there's Chris Akers. You got the damage of the 30. So he ain't going to be able to push anybody. There's BK Anderson up here, and maybe I can get a hold of him. Let me see if he's in here. I'm looking. Yep, I got him. BK, Bobby in the booth, how you doing?
Oh, I've got a grin on my face a mile wide.
I bet the grin on your face is a mile wide.
I'm a little nervous about the restart, but yeah, the way that me and Chris missed all of that chaos was my jaw hit the floor.
Yeah, definitely.
On fire.
It's going to be a good run right here. You think you got what it takes? Now, if I'm not mistaken, I do believe that you've got some... you and Chris work very well together.
Yeah, he's a heck of a pusher.
And if I'm not mistaken, you're in there. You're in there with those guys in the Chrome Horn Motorsports, aren't you?
No, we're all kind of shooting the breeze here.
All right, well...
A little racy.
Let's shoot the breeze into victory lane so I can interview you, and your mama will be smiling from ear to ear as well, all right?
All right, tell Mom I said hey.
I will do that. Good luck. Good luck, buddy.
All
right. Getting back down to his boys down here so I don't get in any trouble. And there he goes. Talking with BK Anderson. And he should have a smile on his face because he's got one of the best pushers around right there on top beside him. If Akers drops down, this thing's over with. I'm going to tell you right now. I don't know if BK needs to send him flowers and a box of chocolates or what. But if he can get that 29 behind him, this game is over with. They will ride off into the sunset. Now, the problem is, Carl Lingle, with all that damage that he's got in that front right there, he ain't going to be able to do much. If anything, he may end up losing some good drafting. He's not going to be able to run good speed right there with all that damage. Well, it's hopefully come down to this. The first two cats, Anderson and Akers, have not had to use a fast repair. So they still have theirs if something happens. And that's right, Michelle. BK's mom has got her fingers crossed, her eyes, her legs, her nose, her toes, everything else she can cross, her arms. If she could cross her ears and nostrils, she probably would. BK has been close many, many, many times. And you can hear the excitement on his face, on his voice there. Noma Super Speedway Series. These guys are battling for the top 12 to move on. Now, I'm going to assume, since they are teammates, that the 29 is going to hook up somehow or another with that 17. Because that 30 is not going to be able to do much pushing whatsoever. Not with that damage. And that's actually going to hurt BK. Because that top line will be coming. So we're going to find out right here, and I'm going to keep it right here. And away we go. Let's see how this is going to work out. The 11's already squirrely, and he's going to bring out a caution. He either got tagged or something happened, but we're going to line him up and do it again. Let's see what happened here, if I can find it real quick. There it is. He might have got a little help right there. I'm not sure. Get a little closer here, and I'll tell you. So many cars, so little time. Let me see. Nope, that's the one I want. Here's Saxton. We're going to ride with him. Let's see if he kind of nudges the 11 right there. I don't think he touched him. I swear I don't. I'm not seeing it. Either I'm crazy or he has not touched him yet. I'm not seeing it where he's touched him. But anyway, they both tangle up together somehow or another, and that's going to cause that caution. That's going to take out a lot of guys right there. But I do not know if I can get to the 11 maybe, perhaps get a different view here. We might be able to find out for sure, but they're going through the gears right now, and I'm not seeing him touch him at all. Either I'm crazy, folks, or he didn't lay a finger on him. I'm telling you, I don't see it. You can still see that black mark there. He didn't touch him. He went up and bounced off the wall. And then he got himself in a little trouble. Saxton thought he'd be able to go around him on the outside. I still say we need to give the 11 a breathalyzer test when this race is over. He's had a rough night. Now, BK, I don't know if it was a fuel thing or what. I couldn't tell you. But he came into the pits. And he's the only one that came into the pits. I'll take that back. He's not the only one, but way back here in the back. He's going to end up being 6th. Rub it is racing, except for netcode. I'll give you that. But Akers is up here. Now, the 906 Robert Thorns will be on the bottom. And hats off to Carl right there with no front end. And take a look at this, will ya? Mark Vega, 4th. Duvendak would be 5th. Hader Tot, 6th. Anders Sexton, 7th. BK Anderson, 8th. This is about to get nasty and fast. Mad Dog Racing says, I'm not sure, but I think Andrew drives like he's using a keyboard for a game controller. Or a keyboard or a game controller instead of a steering wheel. I don't know. Not sure. He could just be having a really bad night. Or, it's happened many a times, he could have the wrong steering ratio in there. If you get the wrong steering ratio on a super speedway, you are screwed. Or he had a 3-day weekend. And he's still celebrating it. I don't know. But whatever it is, BK Anderson, he's dropped all the way back into the 8th spot after going into the pits. Now, tires don't mean that much at all. Unless he was running low on fuel. But back to green flag, and here we go. And I'm going to tell you, a guy that's hungry right now is that 18 machine to Mark Vega. And you're watching Vega doing the pushing right here. Now, these guys can definitely drop down into the rocking chair if they want to. And that's exactly what they did. Now, Hickox is up top, and he's got Duvendak pushing. Now, Akers goes back up top to block a little bit. Duvendak drops it down to the bottom. Now we're 3 wide, and that's a recipe for a disaster here. And we're still 3 wide, and sure enough, there it is. And man, oh man, I don't know what happened with BK, but he went sliding around here, and he's still trying to hang on to that thing. And he finally gets it under control, I think. You guys got me. I don't know. Well, let's back this thing up a bit. We knew it was going to be a disaster, without a doubt, because of this right here, especially in a turn. Let's slow it down and see if we can figure this one out real quick. It's Tater Tot in the middle of the number 2 and the 29. You can see him right there. So we arrive with Akers. And I'm not even too sure if we'll even find this or not, if you want to know the truth. Let's watch it. I don't know if that's net code or if Akers might have come down here and got Tater Tot. I'm not really sure. But he might have gotten down just a little bit and hooked him. And that's going to cause all of that. But what I can't quite figure out yet is right here. These two guys got together behind him. Yes, they did. They end up hitting. But I'm not seeing... They didn't tag. I don't think they tagged BK at all, to my knowledge. And they didn't. You can see him running here. So either they gave him the win. It says finished. It doesn't say checkered flag. But I'm going to go on this and say, you can see it up there. It just says finished, not checkered flag. But I'm thinking BK's won this race. Mom, I'm pretty sure he's got it. And we'll find out right here when he comes in. And it looks like he is going to be your winner. That's why he was shaking all around, because he was excited as heck. It kind of blew my mind because it said finished. It didn't say checkered flag. There, that's better. It said checkered now. BK Anderson, he pulled it off. He's going to be your winner. Your winner tonight, BK Anderson, pulls it off. Noma Super Speedway Series. Daytona, we're going to be right back. We got 3 casts to talk to. That's BK Anderson, Mark Vega, and Mr. Robert Duvendak, your top 3. Stick around, folks. You're not going to want to miss this. This kid is going to be excited. We'll be right back right after this.
We got big time problems with that motor, buddy. Hey, just between you and me, the idea is to avoid the other cars. Congratulations! You just set the sport back 30 years with that move. That move will put you in the Hall of Shame. You keep doing stuff like that and we're going to lose our sponsor. Looks like that's it for us today. Now I know why you got canned by your old team. It's over. We can't fix that damage. toast. You'll need a tow back to pit lane. Press and hold your reset button and we'll come and get you.
Well,
Welcome back, everybody. As you can see, that caution is out instant replay deal right there, right? You seen that? Well, real quick, I'm going to give you a little tidbit. Your race summary. There were 5 cautions, total of 7, but 2 are those stage things, so that don't count. But they had 5 cautions, 38 lead changes. That's pretty impressive, to say the least. Anyway, Mr. Duvendak, the league leader, he's already in the chase. He finished 3rd tonight. And he's led 13 laps of this bad boy. And he started 2nd. You had a good time out there, didn't you, Robert?
Yes, a lot of fun tonight. Kind of getting tired of finishing 3rd. I think this is the 4th third place finish in the last 5 weeks. So,
Well, it's better than 4th and 5th, I guess.
I guess so. I mean, sure.
Well, congratulations there. Another podium finish. You're already in the chase. No big deal. And I know you're one tired puppy, so we're going to cut to the chase. Who do you want to thank so I can let you go to bed?
Well, I gotta thank all the drivers who've come out all season long here. This was the last race of the regular season, so next week we kick off the playoffs, and it should be a lot of fun in the playoffs. We got a lot of good drivers that are going to be battling for that championship. So I gotta thank all the guys for showing up every week. Gotta congratulate BK for clutching it up there. He about shot himself in the foot by pitting there on that last caution for some reason, and still found a way to get up through the field and win that thing to get himself in. So gotta thank my wife, kids, you know. Yeah, I'm looking forward to these playoffs. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yes, it is. Well, congratulations, bud. Good job. I told everybody, Noma Super Speedway Series, if you want to get into a Super Speedway League, this right here is a place. First season, a lot of good drivers and a lot of fun here, without a doubt. Look them up.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And look for a sponsorship announcement this week for the playoffs and for the next season. So that's going to help for the league as well.
Oh, yes, it will. Awesome. Glad to hear that, Robert. All right, buddy. Relax. Give your wife a kiss for me and go to bed.
Absolutely. You have a good night.
All right. Robert's a good guy. Had the pleasures of being at his wedding. A lot of fun that night. Matter of fact, there's some things that whatever happens at a man's wedding stays at a man's wedding reception. You know what I mean? But anyway, BK, I got to ask, son. It's on everybody's mind. As soon as I get you back up here. There you are. You led 27 laps. You started 10. But my question to you that everybody else wants to know is, what were you thinking when you went into the pits? With 3 to go and when you was leading it?
So a few laps before I asked how large the field was, about 11 on the lead lap, I was thinking, okay, like if I do get involved in a wreck, I'm going to use that fast repair that I've been hanging on to. Go to the back, be kind of all right. Well, I was in a clean spot on the outside. Cody walked out of the room. He was spotting for me, Cody Nagels. And I made a judgment call. I just went in, got that little bit of damage fast repaired, and lo and behold, it worked. It wouldn't have worked with a little bit bigger field, but Rabbit's Foot paid off tonight, I guess.
Well, it was impressive. It got nasty right down to the end, and you were battling, pretty much all this race. There's a couple times you went back towards the back, but hey, you had to use your fast repair, so that was a little nerve-wracking, I'm sure. But, man, I know one thing. Your mom I bet she's got a smile from ear to ear.
Hey, Mom, you can rest easy. I finally got one. Thanks for watching all these.
And you know what's really funny about that, don't you?
What's that?
Cody Nagels, he has yet to win on a broadcasted race with me.
Well, we just need to return him the favor here.
You just beat him to it.
Sorry, Cody. This race doesn't matter. Playoffs are coming up.
Hey, buddy, a win is a win, and when it's on my broadcast, it counts.
You get him and Vicente hooked up, and we're a force to be reckoned with.
Vicente had a really rough night tonight. He just couldn't get it going. A lot of things did not go in his favor.
Lumpy Tona, man.
But congratulations, BK. I'm impressed. I am proud. Way to go. You're in the top 12 now for the championship because you won this, so that's a great thing, and it's an ease off your mind as well.
Yeah, yep, kind of snuck in there on the last go around. Thanks for broadcasting these, Bobby. Thanks for putting these on, Doc.
Oh yeah, yep. All right. Anybody else you want to thank before I let you go?
Just all the other leagues I run with, Area 51, SSK. Those guys teach me how to hold a line, kind of whip me into shape every week. You guys all rock.
Yeah, I used to broadcast for Area 51 on Sunday nights for Super Speedway League. A lot of good drivers in there. A lot of good bunch of guys there, definitely.
Heck yeah.
Anyway, congratulations. Oh yeah, they would. Good guys. And not just because Charles has the same last name I've got, but no, good bunch of guys over there. Like I said, this league right here, Duvendak and all these guys. I mean, they've won more championships than I've got underwear in the top drawer. So you got a good class of guys in this league right here to help a guy out who's starting out. But anyway, good job. Get out of that rig, relax, call your mom, and make sure she's not passed out on the floor.
Oh, I already got some champagne to clean up all over the place here. We got wild.
You guys got crazy already, didn't you?
Oh, yes. Well, see how the playoffs roll. Take care, Bobby.
All right, you take care, buddy. We'll talk to you. We'll see you next week, pal. You're into playoffs.
Yeah, buddy.
Your race winner, BK Anderson, tonight raced his way in the last chance he had to get into the top 12 playoffs, and he succeeded and got her done. With Mom out on YouTube cheering him on. Hopefully she didn't pass out on the floor. Noma Super Speedway Series, man. This is where it's at. Get in this league. They got sponsorship coming. They got payout money. You want to run with these guys. Appreciate everybody on YouTube that hung out with me. I really do. It's always great to talk to you guys out there. I like to consider myself the broadcaster for the fans. I don't know what I'm going to say for 1 second to the next. Like my wife says, you don't know what's going to come out of your mouth. But I know one thing is going to come out of my mouth. BK Anderson made it, and we're going into the playoffs, baby. Top 12 starting next week. You guys take care of yourselves. Be safe all week, and I'll see you next week. Bobby with all the hobbies, MaxspeedTV. I'm out of here.